Bitcoin is back at $67,000, and this is great news because it means that the indicator that was so bullish, the 3-day 50 moving average, has now held as support on a retest. We have the Ethereum ETFs that went live. We got a bit of an initial sell-off, but we do have a recovery, and in my opinion, this is very bullish and setting us up for very likely new all-time highs in Bitcoin. Potentially this year, maybe even as high as $85,000 or even $100,000 and more. So let's take a look at the charts. Let's dive straight into it and let's get started. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Dirk. Please follow my page on Instagram, subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And if you enjoy these videos, drop a like or a thumbs up. It does help the video get out to more people. So thank you very much appreciated. So as you can see, Bitcoin is back at $67,000 here. This is the 3-day chart with the 50 simple moving average here in blue. And we have the reclaim. We got that about a week ago. I made a video about that, and I said how important that was and how likely it was that once we got the reclaim that we are in for bullish continuation. It's a massive bullish signal, and we're likely targeting at least the all-time high at 74,000, but probably continuation, maybe 85, maybe $100,000. Now, what we got over the last couple of days was a pullback. And it was looking a little bit scary because we dropped below that, but that is completely fine because as long as we don't get 2 consecutive closes below this 3-day 50 moving average, it was just a wick. We closed above it, and now we're sitting back on top of this, and we're at 67,000. So you could say that this was a bullish reclaim, a retest of it, and now we're closing above it, and now we should be targeting a lot higher. So looking at the historic monthly returns, I said this at the beginning of the month. I said every single red June historically since 2013 has been followed by a green July. Now, we do still have a couple of days left before the month closes, so technically anything can happen, but it is looking very much like we are indeed going to repeat that, and we are going to get a green July. I will update that on the 1st of August once we got the monthly candle close. So this is basically very bullish. And if we get continuation in Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes to new all-time highs, things start to look very interesting, because then we have Ethereum, which now has the ETFs approved, which means more money can flow from traditional finance, which is billions and billions of dollars can flow into ETH, and then the real party gets started. We are still in a window now after the halving, after the Bitcoin halving. It happened in April of this year. In the previous cycle, let me actually show you once again here on the charts. In the previous cycle, okay, we had the Bitcoin halving over here in May of 2020, right? And the market only peaked in April of 2021. That's pretty much 12 months after it, 11 to 12 months. And most of the altcoins only started to really pump 7 to 12 months after the halving. And most of them literally in the last month, so about 11 months after the halving, that's when we saw the biggest gains in altcoins. That when we saw Doge do a 10x in literally a matter of 5 weeks. So what we have now is we literally have the halving that we had over here. We had it in April. Okay, so we're only about 4 months past that halving, and that means that if that same window repeats as the last cycle, that means 7 to 11 months past the halving, which means somewhere between November and March of next year, we could see massive pump. So November of this year, March of next year, that seems to be our window. So if we get continuation, Bitcoin continues to run up into, say, November, and then we start to see altcoins really start to move in November all the way into Q1 of 2025, that could give us a massive bull market, which would mean that now is still the time to get involved. Altcoins are still very sold off from this correction that we've had over the past couple of months. And that means, once again, now is the opportunity. And most people will once again wait till everything is much higher. And then they'll be like, oh, I need to get involved with crypto. How do I buy? Which coins do I buy? Once everything is already up 5x or 10x or 20x. And that is wrong. You are watching this right now. I am telling you this. You can see my track record. I've been doing this for years. I've been posting about these big picture movements. I've called the bull market since January of 2023. It's all publicly uploaded. My videos are all there. And I'm telling you now, based on the data, how things are looking, based on the timing post-halving, we could be in for 6 to 9 months of massive, massive upside and our blow-off bull market continuation, which means you need to position yourself before it pumps. As you're watching this right now, if you're not yet involved in crypto and you're going to wait until Bitcoin is at 100K and until altcoins are all way higher again to get involved, why? You might as well get involved now. If you don't want anything to do with crypto and you're not going to buy now and you're not going to buy in the future, that's cool, okay, no problem. But if you are like most people and you're watching this right now and you're sidelined and you don't know if you're going to buy or not, and then everything keeps going higher without you, it keeps going higher and higher and higher, and then eventually towards the top, you're finally like, okay, I have FOMO, what do I buy? And then you buy the top and then it drops 80%, and then you say, oh, crypto is a scam, I told you. No, it's not a scam. You need to buy low and sell high, and it always feels the most uncomfortable to buy when things are down, when things are low. Like even right now, it feels scary. Oh, Bitcoin's back at 67,000. What if it goes to 50,000? No, we just recently had a drop to $53,000 and now we're back at 67,000. And yes, it feels scary, but are you really going to wait until it goes to 85 or 100,000 and then decide to buy? The same thing with altcoins. They're all low right now and you might be feeling scared like, oh, what if it goes lower? Sure, there's always a risk. That's why you invest with risk capital, right? But the best time, even like Warren Buffett said, you want to be greedy when others are fearful and you want to be fearful when others are greedy. You buy low, you sell high. That is simply the best way to make money in these markets. So inside my VIP in my Discord, I shared this long trade setup yesterday and it was pretty near perfect. Okay, so we longed here at $64,000. You can see the entries here between the green and the red. The stop loss is here below the low. We had a bullish RSI divergence here going into demand, and we got a beautiful reaction here, massive pump straight up to 67,000. And in my opinion, it actually continues to run all the way back to the all-time highs. I think there's a pretty decent chance of that. So what you could do now is if you're in this position, you can move the stop to entry to break even, and you have zero risk. Worst case, you can lose unrealized gains. But in the best case, it continues to run, and this is a massive 1 to 8.4 risk reward. And this is just one of the trades here I shared in Discord. So if you want access to the Discord, to my daily analysis, my ongoing guidance, and these trade ideas that I share in real time, like this one trade idea could have paid for the whole membership fee. So my VIP doors are currently still open, but only for about another month. I'm closing on August 28th. If you want to join, the link is in the description down below. You get access to me, to the whole community of 2,800 members, all my courses, my training, my analysis, my ongoing guidance, my trade ideas, and it is risk-free. You get 60 days. If you're not happy, you can get a full refund within those 60 days. So come and sign up, come and learn. It is a no-brainer. I mean, like I said, even here, just this one trade, that's a $3,000 move on Bitcoin just from one trade. You don't need huge sizing to be able to make decent profits from that. And the cost of VIP is literally the equivalent of a daily Starbucks for a year, right? That's what it is, lifetime access to that. So come and join, link in the description down below. So just finally, one more look at the daily chart over here. You can see yesterday's candle is, in my opinion, very bullish. It had that wick down, it got pushed all the way back up into the green, and we continue higher. And actually what you can see here is the bottom of the wick is slightly higher than this, which means there's still bullish market structure. It's making higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. We had bullish market structure break here. When it got above this high, right, it was making lower highs here. We made higher high. So we changed the market structure to bullish here, and we got some pullbacks, but this is good. And we are, in my opinion, just simply here ready to target the all-time highs. Like all these previous highs where people have stop losses over here, it's all liquidity, and we are basically just looking to target that. So we should, in theory, go higher here, and then hopefully we continue a lot higher, 85 to 100,000, and I think that's even possible this year. And then of course the altcoins is where the real money is, because even Bitcoin going to 100,000 is not a 2x right now. Okay, Ethereum is a little better, but even Ethereum going to 7,000 is basically a 2x, which is already a huge move. But there are a lot of different altcoins that have much lower market caps, right? $100 million, $200 million, maybe even less than that, $50 million, $20 million market caps. Those ones are the ones that move exponentially in bull markets, the ones that do 10x, 20x, 30x, and that is where you can get really life-changing gains. But again, you have to be positioned early. You have to buy low, ride it up when it pumps, because those periods of the pumps are short. It's a couple months, sometimes even just a couple of weeks, and then it peaks and it comes back down again. So you need to be in before it pumps. And As it starts going higher, as things get more euphoric, that's when you want to cash out and realize those gains. That is how you make profits in crypto. So if you want to learn from me, come and join me in VIP. The link is in the description down below. Come and join us. It's risk-free for the first 60 days. Doors close on August 28th. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.